Are we live? Are we live? Sorry, I'm listening to something else. Right. Sorry, on this watch this thing on the other monitor. I should mute and not stop giggling to myself. This thing needs these engines are too heavy. We need more aero back here. No, I think it's actually got too much power on the bottom. You know, it's got thrust weight 1.38. You know, I'm always messing up the launch. Well, you can never have too much power. It's going to reduce the number of engines by deciding not to. Right. We need bits. Electrical. Alright, and then we need some Kerbals. Grab all the engineers because we're doing an engineering thing. I've got to go rescue two satellites which don't have electrical power because I launched them and we didn't have electrical power on them. There's a cat in my room. What does she want? Do a slow save just in case. Cat on desk. What do you want, kitty? Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat sitting on a mouse mat. So I don't have much mouse movement. No, there's a cat in front of my keyboard. Hang on. What does she want? She's got treats now. She's got treats. Right. Kerbal. F5. the Greek philosopher, or Socrates. I'm taking 4 engineers up to a bunch of satellites, and I'm not paying attention. Because there's a cat has just jumped onto my desk. Yeah, I've got some repairs to do to a couple of satellites which I launched the other day when I was off stream, and I forgot to put power on them, so I'm going to rescue them today. But I've just messed up this launch. I've gone way over the apoapsis target that I wanted. I always seem to mess it up with this launcher for some reason. I wasn't concentrating enough. Yeah, so we got pilot Valentina, 1 scientist, and a bunch of engineers, including my most experienced Kerbal, which is John Ard. John Ard's back because everyone seemed to like John Ard. People seemed to like John Ard the other night. Yeah, so right, we're in space, so I can get rid of the fairing. Yeah, I can't even remember where they are. They're out here somewhere. We'll have to find out where they are in orbit. Don't think I brought them back. They were launched on a launcher called L-72, so they might be labeled as L-72. I'm using space plane to be one of its mission. I'm trying to get used to using space planes as operational vehicles. So we'll just do the orbital burn after the cruise, after the coast phase. There you go. It's a terrible orbit. I could have got it into a better orbit than that. That's okay. All right. Let's get these Kerbals off. I've got to find its target now. I don't know where it is. I wonder if I recalled them and didn't actually. I wonder if I went back to a previous save and didn't actually launch them. That's what I got a feeling I did. If we go back to the Space Center. Oh, I went to the wrong building. Terrible. I might have actually gone back to a previous save and not launched these damn things. So I've just done a rescue mission for a satellite that doesn't exist. Because it was labelled as L72. That's what I've done, isn't it? I went back to a previous save and I didn't actually launch these. This is what I've done. Typical. So I've got a rescue mission for something that doesn't exist. That's really quite silly, isn't it? That's really quite silly. Well, what can I do with all the spare parts we just hauled into orbit? We could do something with a potato masher, couldn't we? Could do something with potato masher. Eiffel needs some work as well. We could go to Eiffel. Set as targets. Go to Eiffel. Yeah, the tug we're going to go meet now has got the RCS blocks started to clip and come off. That's when the Kraken started chewing on the RCS blocks, so I think they need to be fixed. And as soon as I got engineers on board, we can go and check that out. There's our target. I don't even know whether it's going to fit. Yeah, it should fit, shouldn't it? Okay, see these RCS blocks? The Kraken was eating them. They're slightly raised off. See that one's slightly raised? Well, maybe it's okay. The Kraken was nomming on them. Should we adjust them? I mean, I guess they're okay. I mean, I got 2 batteries aboard. We could just like practice by sticking the batteries on here, can we? Oh, what if I hit space again accidentally? We don't have it. We don't have the science experiment. Is the microphone on? Yeah. Okay, let's bring these Kerbals back. Let's get Meliana back on board. Hello, Red Tracks. Hang on, I was listening to something else on the other monitor. Yeah. Hi. I mean, you use AI for thumbnail. Yes, I did use AI for thumbnail. Yes, I did use AI for thumbnail, but I used two different AI services because I found only one of them could do an accurate Kerbal. I think that was ChatGPT, and I used Gemini for the background. And then in Photoshop, I spliced them together. So it isn't, although it's AI in quotes, it's two different AIs, and I did splice them together in Photoshop. So it's only like 60% AI, 66% AI. And I put the thumbnail in together in Photoshop. I do have two different thumbnails. I did do a. You could have crashed one in the game. I could have crashed one, yeah, yes. But the idea is not to crash, and it's though yeah, any crashings in the game, any crashes is unintended. Oh, thank you for the live stream. I usually get more viewers on this, or more talkative viewers, but I haven't got the viewers today. They'll come later. People are busy. I can't complain. Right, what am I doing? What am I doing? Well, we just did a rescue. We accidentally brought up spare parts for a mission that I forgot that I recalled. So, although this is a career game, so for the hell of it, I just came and just added some batteries to this tug. I'm going to bring these Kerbals back. We've got a bunch of Kerbals back. Control from there. We can close that, set them retrograde, and get ready to bring them back. You're gonna go. Don't use AI for thumbnails. I'll make more people want to get on the stream. Yeah, I do have two different. Do you think it makes a difference? Do you think it really makes a difference? Because I got 4 thumbnails that I've been using for the live streams. Yeah, I know a lot of people. There is such a very, well, let's just say it's a polarized view of AI. If you want me to use a different thumbnail, I'll use a different thumbnail in future if you like. I mean, I do have other thumbnails. If you go back through my previous Kerbal live streams, I did have one of my drawings on there, but I didn't feel I needed a different thumbnail because I had Explosions Unlimited, one of my drawings of Valentina. But I didn't feel it was appropriate because one of the YouTube rules is that the thumbnail has to be an accurate representation of what the video is about. And though I have a very nice one of my drawings of Valentina, I felt it was worth not using it again. Yeah, you're probably better off making something in MS Paint. Yeah, I mean that is possible. It'd be interesting. Now I've got a few more subs and a few more viewers. It'd be interesting. Hang on. I'm just going to check. Where's my YouTube? Where's my YouTube? If I click there and then go view your channel, bring that tab over. I got loads of tabs open. If I go to recording, right, see, this is my YouTube channel. I've got live. See that one. I didn't do a setter thing. See, that's not an AI one there. That's one of my screenshots. But if we scroll down, I got this one, which is one of my drawings. one of my drawings, and I just felt I needed to change that because it doesn't necessarily communicate what the video is about. So yeah. Anyway, go back to Kerbal. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I was scrolling for NAS reviews earlier, and there's a couple of YouTube channels that just do AI generated videos, and I've just found it really frustrating because I couldn't find a genuine review of NAS's I was looking at. Network attached storage. What are we doing? Needs to do a deorbit burn. Yeah, badly drawn MS Paint thumbnails have a charm to them. I mean, I got the pen tablet under my monitor here. I mean, I do drawings. I do draw, and I've published an art book myself, although I haven't drawn for a couple of years myself. And I've got several Kerbal drawings I could use, but yeah, I'll you know what, I'll put that on the to-do list. I'll put that on the to-do list. So, Kerbal projects. Make a new thumbnail without AI. You know what? I'll do that. Oh, by the way, this note taker is actually was made by one of my viewers. It's just like a little Kerbal mod that takes notes, and it should automatically save. So I'll do that. You know, because I've been using the same thumbnail for a couple of months now, so having a new thumbnail is worth a change. Right, I do the deorbit burn from about 80, 81, 82 by, so I'm just waiting until the periapsis lowers at the time being. Yeah, Gary Blue, who made that note-taking mod, wants me to do a skin for it, and I should have been doing that today. I did, but I didn't. I didn't get to it. I got other things in my life, but I will make a skin for that note-taking mod. Let's bring these Kerbals back. There's 4 engineers aboard, 1 scientist, and 1 pilot. Yeah, this is a career game, so we've got to try and bring the Kerbals back in one piece and try and recover them to KSC. Idea. What's the idea? I mean, if you suggest any skins for the note-taking mod. I was going to do it like hang on, I forgot to start the server up. Right, the Kerbal chat should work now. Why are you bringing back when you can use them for research? Because I've got other Kerbals in orbit already doing research, that's why. Because this game, my Kerbal save here is over 10 years old. I've got videos on this channel from 11 years ago with the same Kerbals you can see here. So I've been using this for a long time. There's all sorts of stuff in orbit. I've got 1,700, closing on 1,800 hours. Mostly in this one save. Yeah, I've got videos from 11 years ago on this channel, Kerbal videos, and some of the how much money. No, we're constantly, because it's a career game, I'm constantly wasting money, and because I've got other projects which are like we're making stupid things like silly aircraft and ambitious space planes and centrifuges and stuff. We're always using money, so yeah, we're always struggling with money. So I'll often have a stream where I'm just doing contracts, but I'm a bit lazy, and I only like I rarely venture. Although I've got stuff outside of the Kerbin sphere influence, um, I rarely go out there. So I got stuff out there, but I rarely go away from Kerbin. I just like because I want to bring the Kerbals back. Yeah, we'll get this down. Yeah, but the more stuff we can return, the more money we can get, including fuel. The more money we can get for returned parts and fuel and that. Because I got PDA, I will ban and mute people for backseat gaming just to remind people. Okay. What do we call it? Oh, sorry. I just noticed that my Python script that runs the Kerbal chat is a bit behind. I may have to restart it. Visual mods. The visual mods I've got are the waterfall effects for the exhausts, and I've got some science experiments. Oh, and aviation lights. So those are all the structural mods I've got. Did I quick save? Did we quick save before we did the orbit burn there? Anyway, we're coming back now anyway. I'll bring the fuel tanks up in case we need to move the C of G on the way back. What was Red's idea? What was Red's idea before he comes back? What was Red's idea? My idea is more up. That makes no sense. Oh, you said that the other day, Socrates, didn't you? So you had a booster inside the space plane. So that's a good idea. It's a good idea. It makes it quite aerodynamic, and it's still better to have the booster inside than outside, isn't it? It's not a bad idea. Tough X, which makes realistic sonic booms. Oh, that sounds quite cool. Realistic sonic booms. The double boom when it goes overhead. Because you've got the double boom, because you've got the shocks coming off the back and the shocks coming off the nose. Oh, we're bringing the gear out early. Hang on, I'm concentrating on our finals. We usually bring the gear out later than that. Alright. Okay, I was just doing my nose. I'm just going to restart the Kerbal chat. %, value from parts. Right, we've got that launch stage, which is in a silly orbit to bring back, but I don't think we can bring it back at KSC, but we'll try. We'll try. About to do your first moon landing. Good luck. Hope it stays in one piece. Such a good. That's a really good milestone. Is getting your first moon landing in. You know, you feel a really sense of accomplishment of getting something on the moon. Right. Two tourists fly by moon. Orbit around Minmus. I wonder if we can do some. Oh, I wanted to do rescue Jesby. We could do some money, couldn't we? Rescue Jesby. Let's rescue Jesby, and then we'll try and get some comm satellites up. So this is what I did the other day. I made these little like comm satellites, relay satellites. I forgot to put power on them. Oh, how did it go? How did it go, Socrates? Is it still in one piece? Haven't launched it yet. Oh, okay. Haven't launched it yet. Right, so I've got this. Right, we've got electrical power on these things now. Doing science safe, so I don't have to worry about money. Okay. So I'm going to waste a load of money launching this now. Thing is, I'm not sure if this will have enough fuel to get back now because with this extra weight on board. Oh, there's a moth on my monitor now. Scratch, scratch. Yeah, I'm taking an antihistamine tonight, so I may be scratching more than usual, and it may be coming out on the monitor, on the microphone. Where is my cat? I don't know where my cat is. I think it's because it's warm tonight, and so she's in a different room. There's the solids gone. Looking at apoapsis now. Gotta keep looking at that. Hang on, I'll read the comment now in a minute, Socrates. Hi, Red. Yeah, we need to get some altitude first before we gotta start going flat. I'm aiming for our 56 to be flat. Yeah, we're doing the gravity turn too early. Okay. Is this a lunar station transfer? That's the thing that's what Socrates is doing. Landing on the moon will be the first step in a long mission I have. My plan is to get good enough to go to Lathe and land an underwater lab. Good luck with that. I don't have the confidence to do that because I get scared when you go away from Kerbin's sphere of influence. I'm scared of losing the Kerbals. I need more. The problem I've got with my save is I need more communication satellites, so I built these, and this is actually a craft to deorbit rescue Kerbals and deorbit stages and things. Because it's got a couple of docking ports, I decided to stick a couple of communications relay satellites onto the docking ports, so I could launch 3 things at the same time. But it does eat into the fuel and available on the launch stage. What are we doing? Can you send in chat because I have to do something? What are we doing? We're launching 2 communication satellites and a Kerbal deorbiter, a deorbiting probe to try and deorbit a Kerbal. You need a mission brief. Well, we got a Kerbal to deorbit, right? We got a Kerbal to rescue. We could do with the money. And because I need more communication satellites, I've added 2 communication satellites to the craft, which can deorbit the Kerbal. So we're trying to do 3 things at the same time. Well, what is your idea? What is your idea? As long as it doesn't involve going outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence, then we'll give it some consideration. What is the idea? I did scroll up and see what you're to see if you mentioned it, Red, and I couldn't see what you'd mentioned. So what are you suggesting doing? Because I can always add it to the to-do list. Doesn't mean we're going to do something tonight, but we can add it to the to-do list because I got Kerbal Missions here. Fix those relay satellites, which we're doing now. Make more relay satellites, and we've got return junk from Sol orbit. And we've also got things like hang on, moon base. Yeah. Let's just drop these things off next. Drop them off, say about 100 by 100. That'll do. Sorry, caps. Red, some of your comments are a bit strange. You're not a bot, are you? Though you're not speaking like some of the other bots we've had. Because I'll ban and mute bots. Because we've had a few bots over the last few months. I'm not a bot. Yeah, I didn't think you were. You're not exactly. Well, I know it did suggest it. You're not exactly the same way of talking as the other bots we've had, because we've had some people saying, some chatters saying some really weird things, and it's quite obvious they're a bot. All right, let's get rid of these. F5. What's the idea you're going to suggest? Like a type of Kerbal mission or a Kerbal vehicle? Because I really enjoy making Kerbal aircraft. I make a lot of Kerbal aircraft, and I do enjoy that. Though helicopters and VTOLs are really difficult, though. Your ChatGPT maximum chats can be reached. What? Joke, yeah. Yes. Okay, let me just cue something else to listen to on the other side. So I'm just queuing something else up to listen to. A Kerbal mission where a rocket goes to the moon in a specific way, where you are coming around the moon, and then the way the orbit's set up makes you come back to Kerbin, like how Artemis 2 did. I mean, a lot of people have done that. Because I prefer to do the slow, more methodical way. I know it uses up more fuel. I prefer to go into orbit, get into a stable Kerbin orbit, then do a transfer to the moon. That's the way I prefer it, rather than do it in one go. Because with Artemis, weren't they already halfway there during the launch? Yeah, it's a cool idea. I really need to research it more, because they got halfway to the moon from the launch, rather than doing a transfer orbit like I do. I'm just looking for something else to listen to, and there's not a lot to listen to at the moment. It's quite frustrating because I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I'm just trying to scroll down looking for a podcast to listen to. Right. Yeah, what were you saying? Give me my first place back. Oh, right, yeah, because I don't know why YouTube does that, and it tells who has been talking the most. Right, what are we doing? We've got to rescue a Kerbal. We've got to rescue this Kerbal. We're getting distracted now. Let's rescue this Kerbal. Set as target, Jesby. Okay, look for the apoapsis, and the inclination node closest to apoapsis is the one we're going to save the most fuel. It's this one. It's not this one. It's this one. Ascending node. So we've got to send descending. We've got 0.8 degrees to make up. Was doing flyby the moon and just happened to have an orbit that achieved that. Just to remind you that you can check what the status of the vehicle. If you type status in chat, you can see nothing. BRB again. Keep disappearing. Okay, we'll start. It's only 1.8 meters per second to go. If I land on the moon, next step is to fly by Juno. Good luck with that. I've only ever had the 2 probes out to Juno, and I haven't really done much. I've done flybys with Kerbals of Juno, but that was years and years ago. Because I'm scared of losing the Kerbals. Minmus is a bit easier. Minmus is a bit easier. I think the Minmus tends to be quite easy to get to. It's just only the inclination, messing around with the inclination, 6-degree inclination. Right, there we go. 0.6, that'll do. Right, set our attitude relative to target, retrograde, and then we'll warp to here, and then we're going to be close to our target. Tough X and the waterfall combined makes the engines amazing. What was it? Because you mentioned its sound. Does it change the engine sound as well? Because I don't know what that mod does. But yeah, we're using waterfall effects. I wouldn't go without. I really recommend the waterfall effects. They're really, really good. They look good, don't they? Right, where's our target? It should be in sight. There it is. Oh, that's tons of sound effects and visual effects. All right, there you go. The Hyogo Ken flag. Anyone's interested? We'll have arm that. Bump. Oh, we're gonna right, go away. Firefly is another mod I highly recommend. Makes re-entry look a ton better. Forgot to add RCS. Oh, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I forgot to add electrical and solar panels to probes the other day. And it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you always just forget something. I think the worst thing for me, though, is the Kerbals. You know, I'll build a rocket and I want to not have any Kerbals aboard, you know, probe controlled, and then I'll get into orbit and there's a bunch of Kerbals staring at you from the side. There we go. Got to bring next Kerbal back. Doesn't help by my ADHD either. Yeah, get focused on one thing and forget something else. Okay, let's bring these Kerbals back. How long have I been streaming for tonight? 1 hour and 30 minutes. Doesn't quite feel like an hour and 30 minutes. Right, there you go. We're at the deorbit spot. And quick save. Do the deorbit burn. Earlier, I forgot to put Kerbals in one of my 2 pods. Good news, that one exploded. Oh, relief for the Kerbals who are going on there, earmarked on there. When's the next Artemis launch? Because it's gonna be low Earth orbit rendezvous test or something, isn't it? It's probably not until next year. Trying to aim for the runway. Oh, vapor cones installed, so when you break the sound barrier, there's a large vapor cone around the aircraft. Nice. I wonder how they made that mod. How do they determine where the front of the aircraft is and the back of the aircraft? Because the vapor cones will form on all the shock waves at near sonic speeds. What am I looking for? Looking for the pickup thing, the recovery vessel. That's what I'm looking for. Recovery gantry. One A, I think. 1A. Right, we're going to get some engineers aboard. A shell and Muji. Seems like it just follows aerodynamics to determine where the vapor cones. You know, one at the front, one at the back. Because I'm trying to think of this. I'm thinking of this photograph. There's a photograph of a model of a F5 or maybe a T-38 in what's it called? A wind tunnel. And it's got shock waves, like 3 or 4 shock waves coming on it, off it from the leading edges of the wings, from the nose, and from the tail. Just going to cue something else to listen to, if I can find something to listen to. I can't find anything to listen to. The last few weeks, there's been lots of podcasts coming up in my feeds. I'm thinking, oh, listen to that later, listen to that later. And typical, when I go to YouTube now, I can't find it. And I can't even remember what it was I wanted to listen to. Because usually when I'm streaming Kerbal or something, I'm listening to podcasts in the background. Right, there we go. Let's retract that solar panel. Retract this solar panel. You can't EVA this Kerbal, can they? Automatic EVA disabled. Right. What's this bug? What's happening down here? Why does it say what's happening with these Kerbals? What's going on here? What's these white squares? Go back to the space center and then go back to it. Does that mean the Kraken is prowling about? Oh, Red Tracks earlier said they subscribed and they were leaving. Sorry, I missed that. I missed their saying they were leaving. That means we're 780 subscribers, is it? Money. Right, fly that. Okay, right, we've got the Kerbals back. Let's extend that. So that's held somewhat in the middle. So we arm these, arm these, arm these. Quick save. Bring up these telescopic mounts, the cylinders. We'll pick this Kerbal up and take to the runway. Oh, we've missed. How we missed them? Got 'em. Right, got them. Okay, let's get rid of those telescopic things. Make sure there's no reaction wheels running. Where's reaction wheels? Toggle torque off. We got that. Toggle torque disabled. Gimbal shut down engine. Okay, then we could go back to here and do control from here. Okay, all we need to do is get into the runway. Then we get 100% on recovered parts. Right, we're at 1 hour 45 minutes, so I'm going to aim for about 2.5 hours because I'm a bit hungry this evening. I want to know where my cat is. I don't think she's out. I think she's out on the landing. I think she's on the landing laying down because it's a warm evening tonight. Still scrolling down looking for other things to listen to, but I can't. There's nothing there. Where'd our money come? Oh, still got a launch stage in orbit. We can bring a launch stage back. Get some money from that. KSP is not responding. Wait for the program to respond. Turns out my cat was in the windows. Now she's kind of sat on my desk. She's right in front of the keyboard, so I'm gonna have to try and reach around my cat in order to control this thing. Let's mute what I'm listening to on the other monitor. Yeah, I have to reach around my cat. She's sat on the desk at the moment. So I think I may go and take a break after we get this thing down, because I've got to go and see what my cat wants. Yeah, I was hoping to be slower than this. Yeah, this is a terrible re-entry. We should have been lower than this, lower altitude already. Can we fly it back? Covered. We can fly it back from here. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and 52 minutes. Yeah, now I've got a cat on my desk. That's another thing I was thinking about earlier today was the whether we can build a launch stage. It's got proper wings and a landing gear. We can horizontally land it. I have tried it once before, but not for a while. Just got to time it right. Okay, once this gets down, I will recover it, and then I'll have to take a break because I've got a cat on my desk. Little kitty. She's sat right in front of the monitor, right in front. Well, she's right in front of the keyboard and the monitor. She's right in front of me. So I haven't done a long stream tonight then, because we often stream longer than this. I am hungry. Okay, we stopped. It must be moving. There you go. Recover vessel. It's 100%. Even though we're not perfectly on the runway, on the side actually works as well to get 100%. Find out. Well, we'll find out now. So I'm stroking my cat as well as doing this. So. When she's purring, I can't hear her purring. She's usually purring. Can you hear my kitty? Probably can't hear her. She can purr loudly if she wants, but she's not purring loudly at the moment. Okay. It's not a long stream tonight then. I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, so chatters tonight. Chat placeholder. There she is, my kitty. Right, Socrates are chatting tonight. We had Red Trek came in. We had somebody earlier as well come and chat, didn't we? Scrolling up, I can't see who else came and chatted. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to take a break. So it's time to stop streaming, and yeah, we'll do something more ambitious next time I stream. I've got other videos on the other channel which are in production. I've got like 3 or 4 videos I'm trying to get out as well in the next few days. So